Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you. Today is, what is today? Thursday. Yes, Thursday the 7th, March the 7th. And we had another red day, but I'm in a better mood today because I did have some wins. Did have some wins today. I want to talk about those for a minute. Let's talk about some negatives, though. I did lose 5 PAs, these 5 PAs that were almost in the blown area. I did lose those during the overnight. I was setting up a bounce off of a level, and I made a glaring mistake. I had my level drawn out incorrectly, and I don't even remember where that was at. Let me see if I can find it. Let's look at 23. I thought it was somewhere here. Apparently not. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I had drawn out a level, and I marked my level incorrectly. I thought I had marked the low of day, and I had not marked the low of day, which basically caused me to have a faulty entry, and I ended up losing those accounts. So I know why it's not showing. I was trading on micros, but anyway, we'll leave that. Those accounts are basically killed to yesterday, so yeah, it is what it is. They're gone. I still have 8 PAs, so hey, we've got payouts on 3 of them. I did lose this one PA 11. We lost that one. 14 is one we blew yesterday, but anyway, no use crying over spilled milk. We still have 8 PAs that are still surviving, so let's move on. On the positive, I told you guys yesterday that I was not going to trade the forenoon, and I did not. I was pretty busy, and I was pretty much away from my computer all morning. I wished I could have gotten into some of this. This is price action that I really like. You know, we basically have these little stair steps, and you basically just buy these dips, and you end up in profit. So it would have probably been a good morning. I did take 2 trades this morning. Right after the open in that 935 area. This was the previous highs from the last 2 days. And this is risky when you're doing this, especially in the morning, but I thought I would try it, and I'm risking basically $200. The first one I caught $35 win, and the second one was a $200 loss. So basically what I was looking for is for this to bounce off of the highs from the last 2 days. And it felt ultimately here it actually did hold. My entry was a little bit quick. I should have waited and entered after this. This big candle was and I actually just put this trade on and left. But really, this would have been a very good entry because we did bounce off of that 2 days ago previous daily high. But anyway, so I took a small win and then a loss. That is on these 3 accounts. I was copy trading 19, 20, and 22. And then I did take a trade here in midday. I thought we were going to be having another one of these pullbacks, and we kind of did, but we had a deeper pullback. And really what was happening here, and I watched this unfold, and I'm proud of myself for being a little bit more careful. We had a previous high here that we broke. Right here we broke through this previous high of around 330, 335. We broke that high. When we did, I started taking longs, and for the most part they were winners, some losers. And then this was what I was looking for a retest of that high, and we caught that right here, and I just took a bunch of longs right through there and got those accounts back into green. I think at one point they were about 400 in the red, and got those accounts back into green. Account 21 is above the target that we have for the day. 21's target for today was 171. We were at 197. The other 2, I decided after I got them green, I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm just going to let them go. So 114 on 19, we wanted 223, and we had $50 on 22. We needed 158. So that's not terrible. Those numbers aren't going to change that much. On the other 2, so basically the moral of that story, I was really looking for breaks and retests, and we caught that, and I'm very happy with how that turned out. Could I have traded it even better? Yes, I could have. I did make a mistake in trading some of this pullback. I should have just waited until we got confirmation and then we moved higher. That was certainly the play, and we did at least capitalize on that. So now let's move to these bottom three accounts where we basically lost $1,000. This is really the big losses of today, was these three accounts. And it seems like I've been copy trading, and I'm copy trading because I'm trying to not trade as much. But I still want to get my accounts traded. Now that I'm down to 8, I might not. I might just start trading them individually again. By the way, another win. We did get our approval on PA18. So this final 4,000 for our final 2,000 to complete our $4,000 payout here in March did get approved. As you can see, that account is down to $50,632.90. So we have $532 in drawdown available there, which we will try to work on rebuilding that account. Unfortunately, that account does not have enough trading days for the next payout period. So I'm going to move it to an April 1st. So we're really shooting for April 1st for most of these. I don't know. These ones here I might need to move to April 15th. I'm flirting with disaster again on 26, 27, 28. But anyway, thankfully got that approved, which I wasn't worried about it. It's just it took some time for Apex to approve it, and that cost me a couple trading days, but that's okay. So again, happy with how I traded this break and retest. And I don't know, part of me, I do this trailing stop. And I may have to play with, as I do these break and retests, and when you have a little bit of volatility, that's why you see so many trades, is because, you know, my trailing stop would jump up and then I would get stopped out for a bit of a profit. I mean, there was a lot of, basically what I'm doing is it ends up being a scalp trade is what it ends up being. But I wonder if I'd be better off to not have a trailing stop when I'm looking for those types of moves, and basically set a target and just hold the trade, and maybe have the stop loss move into profit. Once we have once we're moved high up into profit, at least move it up so we're above break even, and then just allow the trade to run until we hit our target. So I may play with that. Now let's move on to the 26, 27, and 28. Here I took a trade midday, took 2 trades midday. I went long, was a loss, and then I was like, all right, so this thing is tanking. That second trade was a mistake. It is something that I find myself doing. I have a loser and then immediately change course that's just not a very smart trade. So I took 2 losses for 400 on those 3 accounts. And then I did not trade those again until we went through this break, retest, and at this high. Once I was happy with this, I said, you know what, I'm going to go in, caught a little winner, and I thought I would just ride this. I was actually looking for this to move to new highs, but the fact that we didn't take a big, nice move up and we had this kind of slow grind, it didn't surprise me that we were kind of double topping here and then dropping from there, and it falling apart. So I did take a loss, is what it is. There's a few things here that, yes, these accounts are red, but there was some learning in this area, and I want to dive into that for just a minute. So I need to close this up. So once we had this big move down, I looked at this level here. We had this 300 level, which definitely seemed to be a level that we were bouncing off of, and we certainly were. So I started taking longs off of that. Here's the mistake. I started taking longs and was successful, and then I chased at the top. Or what I should have been looking for here is looking at this area that we had a previous high where we broke and retested. This kind of turned into a bit of resistance. Now, we're not necessarily up here in the 335 area, but we did have a resistance pullback and so on and so forth. So as you can see, I had some nice wins here off this bottom where I'm going long off the bottom, but where my issue is chasing. And I made a big mistake in doing that, and it cost me. I did the same thing as we started to make this move up. I regained a lot of my losses up to this top, and then here, see what happened. This previous area of retest, this support turned into resistance, And so I had a loss, and then I re-entered once we pulled back and had another really nice win, $255 win. This is where I'm upset with myself. Very, very upset with myself. I was in the moment trading the price action. Hey, we got a nice move. This is finally going to break out, and I did not pay attention to this level. This is here. I want to just right here. I did not pay attention to this, and this is so dumb. This previous area of, like I said, support turned into resistance, and it happened once and then again after I had just had a nice win. Why in the world I didn't pay attention to that and either go short or just not trade is beyond me. I saw it after the fact. I'm like, you are so dumb. So, but you know, it's a lesson. It's why I do these videos, is for me to force myself to kind of look at how did I trade and where did I go wrong, ... So that's really where we ended up. And then after 4 o'clock, around 4:15, we had this major move, and I'm not sure was there some kind of news that I just missed, but I did jump in and chase, which is kind of stupid, but I won some, lost some, really ended up pretty much at the same. I think when I ended these trades here, I was at negative 908. I took a couple more trades here kind of chasing this massive move, which was not very smart, and I lost another $30 or whatever. So but here's, I guess, for me, yes, it was a red day, and we've got 3 in a row now, and you know, that is what it is. But I really am happy with my discipline in looking for these types of moves. And it's, I don't know how to say this. I'm glad that I saw this, and I realized immediately on this short or on this long trade that was a loss, I knew immediately what I had done wrong. Like literally, when it stopped me out, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I just did that. I just went long off of a double top off of this support area or resistance area, turned resistance. So, you know, those are lessons that'll stick with me. You know, I didn't even notice it at the time, but look at this. I mean, right here, boom, we had support, boom, boom. You know, that just, yeah. Anyway, I'll stop rambling, but yeah, that was the win for today. Was to just do better at recognizing some of those things and being a little bit more careful there. So, so yeah, these 3 accounts are still trending good. We're on track for another payout with those here come middle of March. So hopefully we can at least keep trading well. And I'm going to just keep working at it. And I had 3 bad red days, $3,000 red days in a row. Let's look at the trades. $3,000. Lost some accounts. I think we're down 10 grand on the week. So we had back-to-back red days, back-to-back-to-back. So hopefully we can end tomorrow with a green day. I'm going to try very hard to do that. So again, I've been very, very aggressive on these 150Ks, and then when you're making bad trades and you're copy trading at 3x, you're going to lose accounts. I lost another one here, which that's $35 down the drain, which I don't want to be flippant about it. That is not what we're looking for, but in any case, had a bit of a tough day on this one here. Lost 430 in drawdown, or have some drawdown left, but yeah, work on that a little bit. So I think one of the things I might try to do is go back to trying to pass some 50Ks while we still have this 3-day pass available that ends next Wednesday. So I'd have, you know, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. I'm actually not going to be trading next Wednesday the 13th, but tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday I'd have 3 days of trading that I could probably pass some 50K evals and get back up at least to 10. So, but yeah, hope you guys had a better day than I did. I've seen just looking at different folks out there streaming and people that trade quite a bit. I know Travis, I think he had a better day today. I think he had some red on his charts yesterday. I know Alpine struggled a little bit. I think Nutty had some red. So that gives me a little bit of consolation that I'm not the only one, although I did have some pretty bad red days. But, you know, everybody sees the market in a different picture and perspective sometimes, and it is what it is. So we'll get back at it tomorrow. Again, oh, I wanted to mention Take Profit Trader has a new promo out, 50% off and 50% off pro resets. and I do not know when the expiration is on that, but I did buy one. So get a 50K account for $85. It's a lot more expensive than an Apex account, but for what it is, and the fact that there's you can take a payout every single day once you're above the threshold and in the funded account. So my code BCT gets you that deal with Take Profit, and it always gets you the best deal. And then again with Apex, my code BBLSTBTS. So thank you guys for using the code. I certainly do appreciate it. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. And if you have any thoughts on my trading or my horrendous trading the last 3 days, leave a comment below. I'll do my best to respond. I like to try to respond to most of you guys. So again, thanks for tuning in. Have a great night, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.